Hello, and welcome to the conversation. How are y'all doing on this evening? I hope that everyone is having a wonderful and blessed evening. I'm so excited to have you all to join on this night, the conversation. So I'm your host, Andrea B. Flintroy. So welcome. Hello, audience. Hello. So as you know, every Thursday I bring you an amazing guest, and the conversation is a place that has been designed for you, my audience, the community, to receive stories from my guests of some of the challenges and the obstacles and things that they have been through so that you know that you are not by yourself. I know sometimes we can find ourselves suffering in silence, and we feel like we're by ourselves. We feel like it's only us that's going through what we're going through. But I am definitely here to tell you that you are not by yourself. You are not alone. There are other people, there are other individuals that go through things also, and who go through similar challenges as you do as well. So the conversation is definitely designed for you, community, so you will not feel alone. And you come here to the conversation, and we break strongholds, we bring awareness, and we definitely bring education also your way. So again, welcome to the conversation. Now, if you are not a part of the conversation community, you can join the community by three ways. Yes, that's what I said, by three ways. Like the conversation, share the conversation, and make a comment. And then you can be a part of the TC community. I see we definitely have some members of the TC community. We just want to say hello to Alina. Thank you for joining us. Hello, Simona, my mother. Thank you for joining the conversation. We're so excited to have you guys join us on this evening. But without any further ado, I would love to welcome our guest, Amaka.
Thank you, Andrea. It's a pleasure and an honor to be a part of this conversation today. Yeah.
Thank you. We're so excited to have you here, Amaka. Now, first of all, before I even get to your bio, Amaka, let everyone know where you are tuning in from.
I am in London right now, and this is 1:34 a.m. in, in London. But for Andrea and for the community, why not? This has to happen. Yes, I'm in London, cold London.
Cold London. So y'all show Amaka some love because she is here with us all the way from London. And as she said, it is 1:35 in the morning over there. So definitely show her some love and let her know that we appreciate her for coming on the conversation. But just to give you a little bit about Amaka, Amaka is a seasoned network marketer and business coach who specializes in startup businesses. She is the founder of the Impact Coaching Academy. As an international market expansion specialist, she has helped hundreds of network marketers, independent representatives, and sales professionals to generate the sales leads that they need and to build that revenue. She has been featured in a number of publications. She has also helped noble companies across North America generate millions of dollars in their new markets in a very short time span. Amaka is now on a mission to help individuals learn the step by step process that she uses to generate consistent results, win businesses, and ultimately experience an abundant life. So we just want to say thank you, Amaka, for coming here. And she also loves to help women that are struggling to conceive and overcome the hurdles that they have with their finances. So thank you so much, Amaka. And we know that you are here today to tell the community about changing their money mindsets, which is a very big, kind of like a taboo topic because no one really, we talk about it, but then we really don't talk about, our money mindset or budgeting our money or really just shifting things when it comes to our money. I've always heard the phrase, this money is burning a hole in my pocket. So we get ready to spin. But
Yeah.
Amaka, can you please tell the TC community just some more things about you and how it is that you got into having the your Impact Academy?
All right. Thank you so much for this time. I've always been, by the way, I trained to be a lawyer. I've got my
Mm.
master's in law, but I figured out that all my life I've always played around money, business. You know, while growing up, I recall in secondary school, I would flip my food for cash. My meals. It's an environment that I preferred to be in instead of being in the courtroom. And having graduated from university, tried to work as a lawyer, I always found myself going to court and still having a side hustle. And to be sincere, one day I told myself, you need to choose something, either the law practice and give it your all, or
Mm-hmm.
you choose being an entrepreneur and you give it your whole heart. And I
Yeah.
realized I enjoyed um, the money thing, making money, helping others watching people make money from nothing. And then I remember one day walking up to the secretary of the law firm and I said to her, I'm going to stop practicing. I said, yes, I won't do this anymore. I need to be accountable to myself and I need to be truthful to myself because I would go to court and after that I was stroll off to go do my own business because I was working for someone. So I wasn't very accountable because the time I was spending was I'll do my thing and do the office thing. It wasn't balancing very well. So I had to just say, you know what, no more.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when you are doing this, or when you decide to get into that space, you're going to find out that it's not as easy as you think or you expect it to be. And so you just have to learn as you grow. And so I began to learn the art of being an entrepreneur even more because now I'm committed to it 100. And yeah, it wasn't an easy decision
Mm-hmm.
because I'm married to a business person and here's a bit so we don't have an income that is steady flow. So you're always on your toes trying to make sure that this income is coming and it's coming and it's coming and you need to do things differently to make sure it does come in. And so um, after that, I came to the UK to do my master's. I just wanted
Mm-hmm.
to, I knew I wanted to do the business thing, but I also didn't want, I just wanted to also get the academic things, just get it there. Because I began to hang out with certain group of people who became my clients. And I just knew that these people could offer me something in the academic space, sorry, based on my academic qualification. And it would be unfortunate that I would say to them, oh, I don't have it. And then I will miss out on it. That was really why I came to the
Mm.
UK to do my master's, just to be ready for the assignment if it ever showed up. And
Yeah.
then when I got here, I did my master's and then I got back into business. And that was how I came across network marketing.
Mm.
Yeah. I went to visit someone and someone told me about a product and something and something. I'm like, okay, that's
Wow.
fine. Let me try it.
Yeah.
And before I knew it, we had blown up a company, one of the North American companies that said they didn't know. We were the first to bring it out of the US to the entire world. And yeah, and before I knew what was happening. I had taken my income to was six figure, multiple six figure in the space of 8 months
Whoa.
to the top of the whatever rank of the company. And that was how my journey with network marketing. I must say that I have kind of slowed down on network marketing because I'm
Mm-hmm.
now building other things, building my coaching career, and now helping more people to relocate around the world. That's basically what I do now. But the network marketing is because I built it to a point where the residual income still comes every Thursday, by the way. Today is Thursday. So it still comes every Thursday. Yeah, we all love Thursdays. Well, I mean, it's not, I've helped so many people, and with the books I've written on network marketing, it came from a place where people contacted me and said, "We've watched you grow these businesses. We
Yeah.
think you should write a book." And to be sincere, I didn't want to write a book. I'm not title driven, I'm cash driven. Give me the
Oh.
cash. I want the cash.
Oh, wait a minute.
And
I
so
mean, I
I
do understand though. I think a lot of us are cash driven. So yes.
So I kicked against it. That was last year. This guy came, or random guy on Facebook, on Instagram, and said, "Oh, I think you
Yeah.
should write a book." And I'm like, "I don't know who this guy is. Where are you coming from writing a book?" I said, "I'm not interested." That was April last year. And then July last year, someone I woke up to a message from someone that, it's not like I speak to the person all the time. And she said, I've had a brainwave for you, and I think it's time for you to write a book for people to know how you've been able to stay in London, build markets around the world, and do well in network marketing. And I told her I'm not interested.
Mm.
But quickly I remembered that a stranger had looked me up on Instagram and told me about writing a book. So I said, okay, I don't want to write a book. She said, I'll help you. I said, okay, if you would help me, that's fine. And that was how I started writing. And before I knew it, I had written 2 books. And I said to her, okay, how do I publish it? She said, go get a publisher. I'm like, I told her I didn't want to write a book. I don't know anything about writing a book. So why are you telling me to go and get a publisher? I thought you were going to help me get a
Yeah.
publisher. And then I had to look for a publisher because I realized I had written 2 books.
Oh wow.
So I went looking. And before I knew it, I found an opportunity that said they would help me do the publishing. And before I knew it, they only didn't help me with the publishing, but they began to help me to grow my coaching business. That
Mm.
was how I found myself now expanding into the coaching
Into the coaching.
arena,
Yeah.
and they helped me. And I'm still with them. I'm also working with them, coaching with
Hmm.
them, doing my own thing as well. It's been a wonderful journey so far, and yeah, that's what it is.
Oh wow. So can you tell us how what are some challenges that you might have seen with some of your some of the people that you've helped with shifting their money mindset?
You know, we all are human beings, and we think um, certain things are not for us, certain things are for some people. You
Hmm.
know, there are some people that have been called to be wealthy. There are some people that shouldn't go beyond a certain level, and they think, why should I stress myself? I hear this a lot. And this, I have to say, I hear it a lot from Christians.
Mm.
They always go like, I just want to have enough to feed my children, to feed just enough, just
Mm.
enough. Enough is not enough. You need more than enough. Because even the Bible talks about God being our sufficiency, He's a God of more than enough. So why are you in that space? So I see a lot of people who are in that space where you see if I can pay for the bills, the gas, the days. No, you're that is like a lazy disposition. Yeah. So what I see all the time is people who don't, because they are lazy. It's in one of my books, The Christian Network Marketer. Because they are lazy, they make they hide behind just enough. I'm not greedy. I just want enough. No, you need more than enough because the world needs you. You need yourself. You need to live a life of abundance. So
Mm.
why are you not changing your mindset over money? And some of those things also comes from the doctrines that we were brought up with, the things the way we were brought up, the things we see, the things we hear. So majorly is that mindset of I just want to have enough. I
Yeah.
just want to have enough. And then this comes to people not having regard, not understanding that money is a spirit. Money spirit.
Explain. Tell us
Yeah,
more about that.
money is a spirit. Money has voices. Money has emotions. Money
Mm.
has an ear. Money has um, feelings. And if you don't, you see, if you walk into a room and people are not nice to you, you're just waiting to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Money has eyes. Money knows when you're treating it good. How do I
Mm.
know that? Money understands. I mean, look at all the wealthy people. They follow a principle and they get the money. Most people want to get the money without following the principle. There's this principle of being disciplined. There's the principle of being um, consistent. There's the
Mm.
principle of yeah, being disciplined, being consistent. There's a principle of being prudent.
Mm-hmm.
Money wants to know that you can respect it. Money wants you to massage its ego and commit to it, and it will show up for you. And
Mm.
that's the truth. I am like I've done all my business on social media. I've been on social media on Facebook since 2008. I've done all my business on Facebook. And each one is because I show up every day.
Yeah.
Every single day. There's no day I don't show up because I understand that this is my office. And so I need to respect it. I show up when I don't feel like. Money doesn't want you to show up when you feel like. Sometimes, um, it has a pattern and it wants to see you carry on with that pattern, which is usually consistency, which is usually dedication.
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody wants to be rough handled. Money doesn't want to be rough handled. And that is why once you rough handle it, it's gone. But if you nurture it, if you respect it, if you cultivate it, it is going to be there serving you long term.
Mm.
And it's even going to unveil itself to you deeper
Mm-hmm.
for you to use it. So money has emotions. That's why I say to people, money is going to come to you. I think in the last 2 days, or in the last 72 hours, a few things have happened to me on Facebook. Some messages I got. In fact, one resulted to a deal I mean, money paid in the last 6 hours? It's not up to 6 hours, like $12,000 paid cash. And I'm like, because someone contacted me and said, I've been following your Facebook and can we do this? I said, well, yeah, we can do it. I've been watching you. Can we do this? Yes, we can do it. Deal got
Mm.
done. You see, people are watching. That's money. Money wants to know that you can be counted upon,
Oh.
you know. So many people are not there yet. They think this is come today, come tomorrow, touch today, touch tomorrow. This is one. This is to 2 a.m. here in the UK. And before we started this call, I'm not feeling well. I've not been feeling well for like two
Yeah.
days. And I could have called you to say, I don't want to, I can't do this. I could have done that. But
Yeah.
I took care of myself and I said, you need to pay the price. You've
Mm.
committed to this, you need to do it. I'm going to share a story with you. In 2017, because
Yeah.
after my first network marketing experience, I fell pregnant. And I fell pregnant after a long time. I didn't have kids for like 11 years.
Really.
I had done IVF 10 times. And
Mm.
when I finally fell pregnant, I had to shut down, to focus on the pregnancy and this. And they are twin boys. So the company I was with that I started my network marketing, they didn't understand the international market, and so things went down, and I wasn't in the picture anymore and all of that. But when I had settled back into okay, now can we now do more? I began to ask God, please, can you show me another business network marketing opportunity I could be a part of? And by April. 2017, I began to pray. I remember praying, praying, praying. And on the 1st of July, 2017, I got an opportunity that
Mm-hmm.
has changed my life till today. And but by October, I was unwell. I had hernia issues due to pregnancy and all of that, and I needed to go for surgery, and it was bad. But when I joined this company, they said, oh, they were going to have their convention. And I said, there are principles to making money. If you show up, money will show up for you. And I needed to go for the
Mm.
convention in Vegas, and I was unwell. I took some steps, and one of the steps I took was I had to buy an insurance to cover me if anything had happened to me in Vegas. I bought travel, health, all the insurances to protect myself. That was how serious it was. But I said to myself, if I can show up and people can tell that I can show up, then I believe it's going to change my business. So I showed up. And I want you to know that as I showed up while in Vegas, my business took a turn. That is, it took a turn that it became a global business till today. Till today. That sacrifice I made to just go to Vegas, kept doing my Facebook Live, and
Mm-hmm.
people were saying, she's in Vegas for this opportunity, she's in Vegas for this. That changed it, I mean, till today.
Mm.
And this was an opportunity that they also told me, sorry, we can't deal with you because you're international. We only deal with people in the US. And I said to them, I'll find a way and you're going to deal with me. And guess what? When I found the way, the person that helped me to break through
Yeah.
was living in North Carolina. And because I said to her, I have to break through this. But where do you live? She said North Carolina. So I'm going to adopt your address and I'm going to break through this. And I'm going to make sure this company becomes international. Until today, that's what has happened. So money has an
Mm.
emotion, money has a voice. You need to respect it. And once you do all of these things, you're going to have a mindset shift and things will just turn around for you.
Wow. So I know you said that if you show up for money, money will show up for you.
Mhm.
Can you expand on that more? Like explain that a little bit more to the community.
I mean, like I just explained, I showed up. I understood that look, if I can go for this event, it can change my life. And this
Mm-hmm.
is an event. This is something that has, if for nothing else, this is the opportunity that got my name onto the business for homes, which is like the big stuff for network marketers. It got me to be the top earner for the company out of Africa and out of the UK, out of Europe till
Okay.
date, till date. Um, when you show up for money, it will show up for you. Money knows that you're going to show up for that meeting on time,
Mm.
and people are watching. You could get there on time and they're saying, oh, who came here on time? You are okay. Can you just host this event? Okay, after that, we're taking you somewhere because you showed
Mm.
up. Money will show up for you if you show up because it understands commitment.
Okay.
Commitment is the key to some of the money that we miss out.
Mm.
Yeah, because there are people that all they see is what will go wrong. They're not ready to go through the pain to get to the pleasure. They're not ready to, when we started, you were saying, thinking about that time. I said to you, I'm used to this. I've had so many times I've had to host events. I've had so many times I've had to do recordings for some of these companies, midnight. The time, and I have to do it. And then when I do it, and it's put out there, someone goes like, oh, she's able to, we want to connect with her. We want to work with her. We want to be with
Yeah.
her, what she's doing. So it will show up for you if it knows that you're going to show up on time or not just on time, just show up, do what you need to do. There are people I say, you want to make money, but I don't even know what you're doing on social media. I don't know
Mm.
what you're doing. And this is, like I said, everything I've done has been on social media. Everything. Everything. And also, you're telling me you want to make money. You sell wigs. But when I come on your page, all I see is shared posts of other people's achievement. You've not shut up for money. Money on the it has a it, once you start giving to money what it wants, money will
Oh,
come your way. It's an attraction. It has, like I said, it has emotions. It
okay.
loves it when people respect it.
Yes.
I'm not saying worship it. I'm not saying lose your mind over it. But
Mm-hmm.
when you commit to it, it has an emotion. It's going to respond positively or negatively based on what you show it, based on
Mm-hmm.
what you bring to the table.
Okay. I know you said before, you've noticed with a lot of people who are Christians that they want to have just enough, but you say they need to shift that mindset and have more of an abundant
Yeah,
mindset.
yeah.
So tell us more, like, how do we get that abundance mindset? And if you know, for anyone who might be stuck because they are saying like, "Oh, I just want just enough," or they might say, "Well, I don't want to ask God for this because I don't want to feel guilty or shameful because He's already Lord, and why would I want to ask Him this?" So how do we have that abundance mindset?
It's one of the things the devil has done is to rob us of the truth of the word of God in practicality. One of the things, like social media, a lot
Mm-hmm.
of social media was made to look like the devil's everything. And guess what? Things that are not right began to take the upper hand.
Mm-hmm.
But social media is, I see social media as a place where a fulfillment of the scripture that Jesus said, "Go ye into the world and make disciples." You're in the US, I'm here. How? But we're making disciples here. We're bringing forth a message. We're bringing forth virtue to the people. We're bringing forth value, impact to the people. I'm not coming to North Carolina tonight, but I'm in North Carolina. I'm in the US. You're in the UK right now.
Yes.
You're in Nigeria. You're in wherever this is going to stream. You're there.
Mm-hmm.
So people need to shift their mindset, knowing that God wants us to have abundant life. These abundances, I mean, just think about it. If you say you're God's child and He talks about the gold is mine, the silver is mine, and He's your father, it also belongs to you. But you see, the
Mm.
devil has, a lot of us have so much allowed the devil to weigh us down, to cage us, that we have missed out. You know, we don't appreciate people that are doing well. We always want to tag people that are doing well as the devil's younger sister or younger brother.
Mm-hmm.
But in truth, and that is where we begin to miss out. And that is where you then see them go like, I just want to have enough. I just want to have enough. And the devil is having a good time. Hey, don't have enough. Just stay there. Because when you're in that enough, not having it just enough for the food, you will not think of having enough to give to the ministry, to the work of God, to, if you pay tithe, to give offering, to help the poor, to help this, because you're still struggling to have enough, just to, and you're missing out because you're not even giving to receive, or
Mm.
you're giving just to one person when you've been called to give to nations. The Bible says you're going to lend to nations. How are you going to be lending to nations
Mm.
when you're not appreciating wealth? There are kingdom principles to wealth creation,
Yeah.
and there is, um, you know, understanding, managing resources in God's kingdom as well. If you're not in that space of seeing yourself as the wealth that Abraham had, you can also tap into it. The wealth that, there's something we keep talking about. We always look at as Christians the bad side of everything, and money. It says the love of money. It didn't say money is bad, because it says money answered all things. You see, Solomon, what we all look at about Solomon is he had concubines and wives. He had all the millions of the wives and the concubines. Okay, how about the wealth?
Mm-hmm.
Because Solomon, the Bible tells us, is still one of the wisest people. One of the
Mm-hmm.
wisest kings. He had wisdom, he had wealth. So why are we not talking about, why are we not desiring? And because a lot of Christians don't desire it, you don't get it. I
Mm-hmm.
want to be, I look forward to the people that are doing well. I want to know what are they doing. I need to know what they are doing. What are they doing? I'm going to do it. As long as it's not illegal, as long as it's not glorifying things that is not in line with the word of God, I want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when I sleep or wake up, I remember there's this pastor in Nigeria, Pastor Yedepo. He says he wakes up at 4, and sometimes, one of the wealthiest men in Nigeria. Um, he, in fact, he turned 60, and he's right now on a yacht somewhere in the Mediterranean. It's
Oh
costing him
my.
about $3 billion. Yeah, him and his just family. They're there right now. He did his 60th a few days ago. Um, some big stuff he's doing. They are there. He rented for 3 weeks. They're there right now. But I follow these people, and one of the things he would say, I notice him do is he's in different parts of the world. And I recall before COVID, traveled a lot, building markets and all of that. And sometimes people are like, "You're doing too much. Why don't you?" And I'm like, if I have to pay a certain kind of tithe, if I have to give a certain kind of offering, if I have to give my children a certain kind of lifestyle, then
Mm-hmm.
I say to myself, is this guy? The last time I checked, he was in Monaco. He's not sitting at home. He's reaching out to his network.
Yeah.
Okay, you need to pay. And even the Bible talks about the woman, the Proverbs 31 woman. The Bible says she goes out into a far country. And we all come up with all sorts of excuses. The Bible says she wakes up early. These are the people I want to emulate, because what the Bible tells us that she was just a perfect kind of woman that had it all. Good husband, good family, wealthy, spinning the thread, doing this. I want to be that kind of a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see more women who are out there making money, who are out there changing lives, who are out there not waiting for the handout, who
Mm-hmm.
are out there being able to, there's this lady in the Bible, Abigail. Abigail was a wealthy, wise woman. You know why?
Mm-hmm.
She saved her husband. She was
Yes.
wealthy in wisdom. She was. They say her husband had money, and she didn't want to mess up with her cash, so she stepped in. And that's a mindset. She just had to do it. Mindset is so important when
Mm-hmm.
people, women especially, as long as, because a lot of women are Christians, we make excuses with the children. Make time for the children,
Yeah.
make time for yourself, and you will find out. Thank God for Facebook that allows us to schedule things. You can schedule your posts, you can schedule your time, you can do some of these things, and you will get result. So it's all about a mindset shift, and you're telling yourself, if Andrea can do well, what is she doing? Do you know what
Mm.
you're doing? Every Thursday, you're committing to this. I want to know how you do it. Instead of thinking, she's showing off, she just
Mm.
wants us to see her beautiful lipstick. She should be home doing certain things, and then she's always on social media. What are they saying on social media? They
Yeah.
just like to show off. Let me tell you, you're not going to attract the grace that is upon Andrea. You're not going to attract it. But when you ask yourself, "Hi, Andrea, how do you do it?" Every Thursday, I can't do it every Thursday, but can I do it once a week? You see, you're going to learn something. Get closer. Get
Yeah.
closer. Get closer, and you're going to your mindset needs to shift. Money is your friend, but
Mm.
don't go worshiping it. Don't go asking for just enough to. It tears my heart, especially when I hear Christians go like, "I'm just praying for to God to just give me enough to take care of my children, enough to do just enough." You need more than enough.
Yeah.
I was listening to Les Brown the other day, and he said he was making money for his grandchildren, and I'm like, okay, this is where we need to be right now, making money for the grandchildren. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's where he is right now, and I think that's where I want to be. And when I heard it, I'm like, okay, all right,
Mm.
okay. Now I need to change my ideas. Where are the grandchildren? Where are they?
Yeah.
Where is that? So it needs to be shifted.
Yeah,
Even I want to say this, on your journey to trying to create an income, make that extra money, is going to be rough. It's going to be tough.
that's true.
There are, it's going to be very tough. But once you can get over it, you look back and you see, you need to go through the pruning. You need to go through the fire to
Hmm.
know if you are good enough to handle. If God wants to see you accountable, can He put how much can He put in your hands? How much?
Mm.
So that's why you're going through those times of what we call the pain period. That is why you're going through it, just so that you can be refined. Because
Yeah.
to whom much is given, much is required. I personally have never done any business where I put in money. I think the most I've ever done in business was £250. I always believe in starting small. Yeah, I've never, and I'll grow it. I'll grow it to a 6, 7 figure income. Yeah, I would grow it now because you have to start small and build and make your mistakes from there, learn,
Yeah.
understanding. Yeah. So I'm not really an advocate of gold loan. Well, because of the kind of things I do. So I always believe in small, but I would grow it. And so that is why when you see me post on Facebook, it's like I'm literally dragging you. "Hey, you must see my post. You must be a part of it. You must catch the bug. You must do business with me. I am here. You must come to. I am the only one that can save the situation. Come now and let's give me that money and I'll give you what you need."
Yeah.
But that's the attitude for a fighter. The violence taken it by force. And if we, you see, some of these things we talk about it, we read it in the Bible. We think it's all about when the family is sick, when the husband is about to leave the woman, when the children are misbehaving, when it comes down to your income. It comes
Hmm.
down to the way you show up. Even money loves to see you dress well. I'm not
Mm.
I personally am not an advocate of it must be designer. I'm not an advocate. That doesn't mean I don't love the designer things. I love
Yeah.
my Ross a lot. I'm a Ross fan.
Uh-huh.
But if you can afford it, why not? But if you can't, spend little and get there. But look
Yeah.
good. The first job I got was because I dressed well. I walked into an office while still a graduate, and the man said, "You look good. When you graduate, I want to employ you." And that was how I got my first job while in my third year in the university.
Mm.
So when I finished, I went back to that office and I said, "I've graduated." And he said, "We'll give you a job." So money loves being dressed, people dressing well.
That reminds me of a quote. Hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick. It was from Deion Sanders. And he was saying, what was it like? If you look, if you, when you, hold up, when you feel good, no, when you look good, you'll feel good. When you feel good, you'll play good. And when you play good, they'll pay good.
Yeah.
I want to get it right. Wait. There it is. Yes, if you look good, you'll feel good. If you feel good, you'll play good. And if you play good, they'll pay good. And
Mm-hmm.
that was pretty much the same thing he was saying. It's like we, how they say you dress for success.
Mm-hmm.
So how you look and how you feel about that, then money will attract to you.
Yeah.
But it's all about in how you dress.
Yeah.
Will it attach itself? And so I can definitely understand by
Mm-hmm.
money being an energy and feeling those things, but you have to respect money. Like you
Mm-hmm.
can't just, I guess, I don't want to say, I guess, degrade money and
Mm-hmm.
not respect money because how can you want it to come back to you when you had it, you wasn't even a good steward over it.
That's right.
So you have to steward well over what is given. And then, like you said, much is given and much is required. And
Mm-hmm.
so you can't want it, but then, like I said again, not be a good steward over it.
Yeah.
So I definitely understand that, and I have been in a place because it took me a while to understand that having an abundant mindset or an abundance of wanting money was not a bad thing.
Mm-mm.
Because for so long I've heard, like, wanting money was something so bad. But like you said, it's the love of money that's bad. You don't worship money,
Mm-hmm.
but you look at money as though it is an
It's a
exchange.
tool. It's a tool.
That's what it is. Money is just a tool,
Mm-hmm.
and it helps you to get certain things or certain places in life or where you want to be, but not where you're supposed to worship money.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's right.
definitely, like you said, with shifting, and that was a shift that I had to make.
And
Hmm.
once you make that shift, the money will come
Hmm.
because you begin to see opportunities in the little things you never knew would give you money. It would just
Yeah.
it would just unveil itself to you naturally. It would just come effortlessly.
Hmm.
So yeah.
So, can you give the TC community, what are some money books or some money books that you have read that have definitely changed your outlook or your perspective with money?
One of the people I like to read his books is Joel Austin.
Who?
Joel Austin.
Joel. Oh
Austin. Yeah.
yeah.
He makes you see the impossible the
Ooh.
in every impossible situation. So just getting out there, finding yourself, um, being in that space where you're saying to yourself, it doesn't look good, but it has to look good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have money today, but I have to have money today. And
Mm-hmm.
it would come. I don't know how that thing happens, but it's all about the confessions and the things you say to your, you say about yourself
Yeah.
and how you see yourself and where you want to find yourself in at all times. The Rich
Mm-hmm.
Dad, Poor Dad book also goes a long way. The Napoleon Hill book also goes a long way for me. But you see, the book I really love is the book you have written yourself through your experience.
Mm.
You're the best author of your life.
Yeah.
You're the best experience, the best teacher that I say to people, people are waiting to read from you, but you're
Mm.
not speaking. I coach a lot of students every day, literally every day of the week, and I say to them, um, you're quiet, and yet you want the world to buy from your programs and come to you, but you're not, they don't even know what your voice sounds like. You
Yeah.
have a story, you have a book right inside of you
Mm-hmm.
because you've gone through it. And so that's the best book, I think, that you can. You see, we always want to celebrate other people's um, stuff. How about yours? Yours is the world is waiting. It was 2 years ago, and I think the program is on now. Marina Warren, Eric Warren's wife. I think
Mm-hmm.
they've started a program today. I haven't followed this year's one, but I think 2 years ago, she said, "Women, we've played way too small." And I asked myself, how have I played way too small? Okay, so the six figure, whatever, seven figure you think you've earned is way too small.
Oh whoa.
Yeah, it has to be way too small because if you don't increase the bar, you're going to be living in past glory.
Mm.
So every day I tell myself, Amaka, you've played way too small. What's the next challenge? You've played way too small. What's the next challenge? If,
Oh.
so that keeps you in check.
Yeah.
That keeps you growing. That keeps you just because there's nothing as horrible as past glory.
Mm-hmm.
What have you added on today? Give us this day our daily bread. He gave yesterday. Today is a new bread. So, what new bread is coming your way? What new bread are you putting on the table? What new bread has God given you that you're showing your children and all of the people around you? This is the bread we have today. Is a new bread. Give us every day new bread.
Yeah.
So that new bread is a story that I want to have, is a story I want to read, is a success I want to share with people. What and of course, one of the best books I've read is The Christian Network Marketer that I wrote.
Okay.
The Christian Network Marketer, showing Christians the principles of wealth creation,
Yeah.
things we should do, we shouldn't do. That really, in that book, he talked about spiritual authority as well. Spiritual authority can bring you money or it may not bring you money, but there are some people that you just need to respect their office.
Mm-hmm.
It could even be your husband, it could be your partner, and you're not respecting certain things about it. The money's not going to come because there's rebellion, there is a rift, there are things.
Yeah.
So um, that's it.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So before we get ready and go, can you give the TC community a word of encouragement, a quick word of encouragement?
Just keep going.
Mm,
You see, there's a word. Um, don't quit.
don't
Um,
quit.
Mindset. Sometimes you think it's overflowed.
Yeah.
You need to hear it till the day you're called to glory, because those things are the things that would sustain you. Just keep going. Change your mindset. Change your environment. Some
Mm,
environments will kill your money goals. Change if you need to change. Change your mindset. Change your money goals. Change everything around you that needs to change. If it needs to go, let it go.
yeah.
And then be consistent in those things you need to do. It could be to wake up at 4 a.m. and do a live video. It could be to get on. I mean, I love to do 90-day runs. I'll think of something and I commit to it for 90 days. And it has always produced me result. So it could be a 90-day run on something.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. Focus on it. But don't quit. When it seems tough, don't quit.
Mm-hmm.
Keep getting better. Find people that are doing well. Don't join people to tear them down.
Mm,
Don't join people to tear them down. This is a big killer of wealth attraction.
yeah.
It's a big killer. God
Mm-hmm.
doesn't like it. Find people that are doing well, celebrate them,
Yeah.
love on them. If they are close to you, don't say they're so wealthy. You can buy them an orange.
Mm-hmm.
It is a connection. Get them something, because a lot of people don't think they're wealthy and don't give them orange or give them an apple or give them a sweet or give them. But you get what I mean. But be a blessing. Don't say, oh, because they have so much they don't need. Get clothes also if you can, but don't quit and don't hate on those that are doing well. Instead,
Mm-hmm.
tell God, I love that. I would like to attract that. Show me how to get there, and even
Yeah.
better, and even be more, and it will come to you. But you need
Yeah.
to change your money mindset. Don't be on the place of it's so hard, it's so hard. If it's so hard, it's going to keep. I actually found out that the milk we buy here has increased in price last week. That was what I found out. You know why? I've been hearing economic meltdown, economic meltdown.
Yeah.
And in 2001, while I was in Nigeria, I heard economic meltdown and I let it seep into my being and I was going into a depression. And so I had to get myself out of it. That was 2001. And ever since then, I said nothing would make me check certain things
Yeah.
because I may dwell there. So it was just last week I was like, let me even check the price of this milk, this for that. Talking, oh, this thing has increased. But I just told myself, you better don't go there. God will provide all your needs according to your riches, his riches and glory through Christ
Yeah.
Jesus. What am I trying to say? Change your mindset. Don't dwell on the things that are not going well. Tell yourself,
Mm-hmm.
if this milk is going to be $5, I'll be among those that will afford it. And
Yeah.
I promise you, it's going to happen. Change your mindset and
Hmm.
keep doing the things that
What you?
will get you closer to the
Yeah.
income, to the wealth you desire. Money looks good on you, so don't chase it away.
Ooh. I like that. I like that. Y'all heard her. Y'all heard her. She said, money looks good on you. So, whatever you do, don't quit. Be consistent. But then also, you got to change the mindset that we have around money. And there's nothing wrong with wanting abundance. There's nothing wrong with wanting abundance, but you do not worship money.
Mm-hmm.
So remember that. Remember that we do not worship money, but we do have to change our mindset. And something she also said was sometimes you got to change your environment, change the people that you are around, because if you want to attract money, you have to be with people that have positive mindsets and not with someone that's going to tear you down. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we do find ourselves want to stick around family or friends because we've been with them for so long. But sometimes we got to change that circle if we want to attract those good things that God has for us. So
Mm-hmm.
y'all heard it here. So we just want to thank you so much, Amaka, for coming to share your words of wisdom with us. We want to say we bless you and your business, which is the Impact Coaching Academy. You know, great things are definitely going to continue coming your way. Thank you so much for being on the conversation and being a guest. And quickly, just let the people know how they can connect with you.
Connect with me. My name on Facebook is Amaka NMA. I think I can say it here. Well, Amaka Mompreneur, Amaka Mom Entrepreneur, or Amaka NMA. And yeah, thank you so much for having me. I really pray that the Lord will bless what you're doing, because this is a lot of sacrifice, and that shows your heart for the people, and you're committing to it. And I know this is going to be world class very soon. Keep doing it and keep being a blessing to all of us. I appreciate you.
I will. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, TC community. Can we please give it up for Amaka as she has come to share her great words of wisdom with us? So, y'all, please show us some love in the chat. Again, TC community, look, we will be here again, same time, same place next week, next Thursday, where I'm going to bring you another guest that's going to come and share their challenges and the obstacles that they've had with what their story is, but then also to show you who they are now. Because we all have mountains and we all have valleys, and
Mhm.
we definitely like to talk about what it looked like while you was in your valley, because we know we're going to get to that mountain, but sometimes when we're in that valley we feel alone, we feel by ourselves. But again, the conversation is a place where we break strongholds, we can begin our healing journey, and definitely bring that education and that awareness. So I just want to tell everyone in the TC community, y'all have a great night. I can't wait to see you all next week. And remember, you show the world who you are, and you
Mhm.
don't allow the world to tell you who you are. Y'all be blessed and have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.